Hey traders, John Howell here, and let's have a market update right now. Markets are very strong, and even gold is starting to pick back up as well too. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so what I want to do is that, firstly what I want to do is I want to share something with you because...
Hey traders, John Howell here.
Hey, alright, so I did a video, which is actually my trailer video. If you go to my YouTube channel, right, if you actually go to my actual YouTube channel, this is my YouTube channel here. And, oh, by the way, traders, if you want a free trading course, then go to johnsfreegift.com. That's actually the free version. If you like to upgrade, then I'm running a sale, which is the very first thing in the description, which is just $7 to the upgrade version of this free trading course. But if you just want to get started for free, johnsfreegift.com, or if you like to upgrade to more of a detailed package, then $7, link in the description, John's free course, johnsfreegift.com, johnsflashsale.com. The link in the description is for the upgrade. Anyway, so I did a video here. I did this video basically 9 days ago, and you can see this is the video here I'm talking about. Right, and then this is, let me actually bring this over here. So this is the video here, and you can see where the S&P 500, right? And I said my price targets for S&P 500 and gold 2022. Most call me crazy. And look at this here, right? This is actually pretty crazy. I did this video, and you can see this video here that I got through here on YouTube, and you can see the price is basically around the 4,200 mark, and I come out and then do my projections on where I see things going for the market. You can see here, this is where that short-term double bottom was on the S&P. Now, if we go back to, let's actually reset this here. So that's actually what I did there 9 days ago, and look what happened ever since. This right here, that's that small little double bottom where the S&P was when I did that projection of saying, okay, here we go. And my projections were obviously for a lot more upside to come. And the market has literally taken off ever since I did that projection video. Now, that was lucky. I didn't know it was going to go up the exact time there, but wow, oh my goodness. Talking about putting out a video when the market was turning the custard and everyone was bearish, you know, this one right here. Oh, there we go. There, right. When everyone was bearish. Oh, by the way, Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. I definitely recommend you watching that one for macro versions there, right? But so you can see here, and it's just like absolutely just pretty. It's pretty crazy that actually happened there where I put the video out and I said, and I actually said in the video that we're about to start to see a really nice move to the upside. And look what's happened ever since. So wow, absolutely spot on there. Now, I see, but again, there's a lot more upside to come. Anyway, so we're getting right now, today we actually got the market is really strong. I thought that we would have got at least a little bit more of a pullback through here, maybe for 1 day. But look what's happened today, right? We just completely turned around through there. Let me see if I can bring up through here. So we can see that on the S&P 500, right? Actually, I'll just bring this up through to here. So we can see on the S&P 500, look at this here. So it had just one small down day, and the market is in a short-term oversold territory, but the market can stay oversold. If the market's very bullish, which it is right now, the market can stay in an oversold territory, right, as the market rises up. And so I did a video yesterday saying, you know what, guys, we had to move up. We could expect just a little bit more downside to come, but then I see a lot more upside to come overall. And the market had a complete turnaround today. So we are continuing to do this here. We are continuing to go sideways, but a very nice pickup on the S&P 500. We can see that this double bottom all through here, and this is the neckline. The projection of the target for the S&P is 4,600, and that's where I got that line through there. That's actually the projection for that double bottom, and we may even get there tomorrow. You know, which is actually pretty crazy. So the market is very strong right now. And the big thing that I really want to talk about here, traders, is that I really want you to learn something. For so long, or as we're going through here, I was saying, guys, get ready for the market to bottom. I don't know when, right? No one knows exactly when, but we are going, when we hold and when we bounce, it's going to be like a slingshot move to the upside, and we're going to see a really good strong move to the upside. I just didn't know when. And everyone was calling me just, do you know how many people, like, I've got this, do you know how many people have been emailing me saying, you're an idiot, John, blah, blah, blah. I've even got one guy on my Facebook. And then let me actually just share this with you here, because this is absolutely just pretty crazy. On my Facebook, let me actually do this here. So let me do this here. So on my Facebook, I basically just got a message from a guy who is just like, basically, anyway, I'm trying to find it on my other screen. But anyway, he was just calling me everything under the sun about how I'm an idiot, how the market's going to crash and you can't see it, and blah, 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 blah. It's like, guys, okay, here's what I want you to do, okay? It's not about me. It's about the market. What is the market doing right now? Okay, I don't give a shit what my opinion means, jack shit right now, okay? And this is the big thing where most traders go wrong. And traders, I'm not talking down at you right now. I'm talking with you, okay? Because this is the lesson I've had to learn so many times through my last 17 years of actually trading these markets, and this is something I talk with my private clients all the time. And that's the reason I'm there to coach them, helping. If you'd like to join my coaching program, then just email me, How Trader, my last name How, and then Trader, TRADER, @gmail.com. I'll then arrange a time for us to actually I'll call you on the phone, and then I'll talk to you about the coaching program, whether it's a good fit for you or not. But that's the reason why I have a coaching program, to help people understand this, that it's not about what I think, okay? It's about what the market is doing right now. And then as the market unfolds, that's where we need to listen to the markets, okay? Listen to what the market is telling us. And so for the last sort of couple of months, I've been saying, traders, you know what? If I'm looking at this market overall, the few things I've been saying is like, guys, we're in a very big bull market and we're just getting a small pullback right now. So therefore, that tells me there's a massive probability that we're going to start to get a turnaround soon. I don't know when. We could get a little bit more pullback down to 4,000 and then a pop back to the upside. I don't know, but I am expecting that turnaround soon happening, because the weekly charts. Again, this is the market, not me. And then we go to the daily charts. And then when the market started to form this double bottom through here, this one bottom through here, and then the second bottom through here, and then we started to get a break up through here. I was saying, traders, the market is giving us a warning sign. The market went from a lower high, lower high through here, a lower high, and now guess what? We're now finding it at the bottom, and we're starting to break up through here. The market's giving us a warning sign that it's starting to find what? A bottom in the market. It's not about me, traders. It's about reading the charts, okay? Now, guys, in that $7 trading course that I'm running right now, the link in the description, if you go to johns.flash.com, when you actually go through there, I have about 3 or 4 videos talking about chart reading patterns and chart reading and how to actually read the markets properly and so on and so forth. So if you're struggling, go get that $7 trading course. You're going to absolutely love it. But the thing is, guys, I said lower high, lower high, lower high. Yes, we're in a downward trend through here, but look what happened. The market started doing what? The market started developing this basing through here, and now we've been picking up, and now we've actually broken this high, and we've been strong ever since. Listen to what the market, if the market's going to roll over, yes, the market can roll back over, and that's always a possibility. But continue to listen to, I'm just presenting what the market's telling me right now. And again, and that's the reason why I was very, 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 very confident in actually doing a video right here saying, here's my projections. And they'll, for 5,500 basically for this year. Which is just crazy, right? Because we're at basically at 4,200, and here I do a 5,500 target, and now we're almost at 4,500. That's just another 1,000 points to the upside, and we've still got the rest of the year to go. So, it was very, very, very gutsy to do this. But the reason why I did this is because I knew by looking at that big picture, the weekly charts, and again, guys, I'm trying to teach you how to read the markets here, is that the big picture said that even if we do get a little bit more downside, we're gonna start to kick in soon. Because what? Because the weekly chart is the big picture. Most people are missing the big picture here. Okay, and remember I said before, the big picture was rise up, then a pullback, and then what? And then we're getting ready to go again, right? Because we're in a very big bull market, and this here is what? Just a pullback. right? Just the pullback. Then I started to, and guys, and then what did I start to do? I started to overlay some things that were happening in the markets, right? So the very first thing that I was overlaying, especially right here on a short-term basis, was what? The fear and greed index. So not only was the big picture in a massive upward trend, and we're going through a pullback and we're getting ready for another big move up, but then this is the weekly chart. But on the daily chart here, when we started going here, I'm saying, guys, the fear and greed index is starting to like peg maximum fear. We're getting ready for a bottom soon. I don't know when. I was actually hoping to see a bit more of a downside, because then we would have really had a big move up, but we didn't. We actually got to there, and the fear and greed index was pegging extreme fear, which is showing we're getting very, very close to at least a short-term bottom in the markets. So traders, as you can see, right, I'm trying to share with you the layers of things we can look at, which is one, always look at the weekly charts and just keep an eye on the overall trends on that, which is the lows and the highs and so on and so forth. The second thing is always flow with the markets. People think, oh, we're going to go to war, so therefore, the market's going to crash. And I always like to say, let's actually stress test that thought here for a minute. Let's actually do this here. So if we have a look at, the whole war scenario, right? This is right here. Right? This is actually the war scenario. This is the Iraq war. And I really want you to think about this, okay? So please stress test your thoughts, because a lot of people are thinking, oh, what's happening in Iraq is going to be bad, right? Think about this here, right? This is when March 2003, here, right there is obviously when the Iraq war started. Isn't that interesting? And then at bottom, then the market took off. Why is that? Guys, do you know if we actually do go to war, if America goes to war, what does the government start to do? They start to print that printing press as much as they can, right? And then guess what that does? It filters back. They start to print, because then they start to build what? They start to get more ammo, and they put more money into the system. And what does that do? It inflates things. It inflates the market. It inflates everything. It's inflationary. Wars are inflationary for the markets. And again, why? Because they print so much money and put it into the system to then go make all these goods. What's that doing? It's pushing up the markets there. You actually see more times than not when we start to go to war, that's actually what happens. So all this stuff that I've been talking about here in the past, and that's what I was saying through here, is that if we do go to war here, it's actually going to be bullish for the markets. And I was overlaying all this stuff here in the markets. And I guess the reason why I'm talking about this right now, guys, is because I had so many people saying, John, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. I'm just, guys, look, I'm just presenting the facts to you right now. What are you worried about? Oh, the market's going to go down. We're going to go to war. Okay, well, most wars actually bullish the markets. Okay, they're going to start to raise interest rates. Okay, well, most of the time, the very first interest rate is actually not bearish for the market. It is actually bullish. And then when we do start to raise interest rates, we're roughly 6 to 12 months, maybe even a bit longer, but call it on a maximum 12 to 16 months through history that we actually end up peaking out and then going through a downturn. Okay, so we're not worried about that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Makes sense? So all this stuff here is that I'm going to present the facts, not what you think. Okay, and that's the hardest thing. Is it's not about what I think. As we're going through here, did you see what I was just doing? Okay, what's the market doing right now? This is the big picture. Okay, what's the market doing right now when it comes to the fear and greed index, maximum fear, buy when people are fearful, sell when people are greedy, and so on and so forth. So please, guys, I really want you to do really well for the markets. And so as the market continues to unfold, think about this as terms, because this is going to be with you for the rest of your life here, okay? And that's the reason why. And even when it comes to the mining sector, when it comes to gold, I've started to pile on in the last few weeks, especially even in the actual market itself. Right, and even on the Dow Jones and so on and so forth. Like, look at the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is having a very, very, very nice rise to the upside. Now, guys, the market's not going to go up every day, right? So the market does go down tomorrow. It's just the way the market works. But the market is very, 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 very strong right now. So there are a few things, guys, that are really important to understand when we're actually reading the markets here. So let's go actually have a look at gold. Look what happened with gold today. Very nice. Nice little almost 1% rise in gold today. And it's really interesting, right, guys? Because as you know, for the last week, we're actually getting to a short-term oversold territory here right now after this pullback. So I'm actually expecting to see this thing start to rise up. So we're not there yet, and especially on gold. Gold right now is actually right at this level. There's actually a couple levels of support here. I didn't know whether it was going to hold this level of support here, this one right here. Okay, and you can see we actually got a trend line coming up through there as well. I didn't know whether it's going to do that or whether we're going to break down here and then see the move up. Either way, short-term drop, long, big move up, or hold, and then we see the big move up. So maybe we've actually started to see that. What is the actual volume doing on the GLD? To actually see, yeah, we're not getting a lot of volume here right now, but we are starting to see a very nice upward trend in the markets there. So very nice. We're starting to get a little. Again, this is all about trend analysis, right, guys? We have a low, and now we're getting another higher low in the markets here. So the market's actually rising. So keep an eye out for that. Let's have a look at silver. Very nice breakup with silver. And if you remember what I was saying with silver, guys, yesterday I was actually saying that, guys. I'm saying, you know what? We've actually had a very big move up, and now we're getting a pullback. We're actually, look at this here, short-term double bottom, and now we're actually getting we've got a bit of a short-term double bottom around the $24.50 mark, short-term bottom, and now we're actually getting a very nice rise to the upside. So really, 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 really nice movement to the upside, guys. And as you would know, traders, okay, as you would know that going through what I've actually talked about, if you've been with me for a while, what have I been really bullish on? What have been my main things I haven't been bullish on? Cryptos. For the last 12 months, I've been like, no, I'm not getting in cryptos, right? And it was actually interesting because the crypto market, guys, I have nothing against the crypto market. I have nothing against any markets. I'm all about making money, right? I'm making money in this bitch, right? That's what I'm all about. So, so the thing is I'm not against crypto. I just know if something goes from 10,000 to 10,000 to 60,000 in 1 year, guys, that the move's already done. Don't try to chase it, right? Go find something that hasn't made big moves. And what have I always said? I always said there's been two markets that I really like for long-term investing, and that has been one, which is gold, because it's doing nothing and we're going to get ready for a rise. And so it makes sense, right? If you look through history, when something goes up really, really quickly, it comes down really quickly. That's exactly what happened with cryptos. And so therefore, like I was talking to my chiropractor yesterday. He's snapping my shit up, basically. Actually, I think I snapped my shit up, and then he was trying to snap it back into place. So that's basically what was happening. So we're looking at that there, right? I was talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, so what do you think about the crypto market?" I'm like, "Don't touch it right now." I said, "Don't touch it right now." I said, well, it's actually pulled back 50% from the highs. I said, so we may actually find support and go up. I said, but I believe your money invested other places is going to be much more beneficial. And he said, what markets are those? And I said, use this as a general rule of thumb. When something's already made a very big move, you've missed the boat. Don't try to jump in on something that's already made the big move. Go find something that hasn't been doing anything for a while and maybe look for positions in that, because then you've got a much more high probability of that making a big move. Buy low, sell high, right? He's like, oh, what's that? What is that? I'm like, well, look at gold. Gold is doing the same thing. Gold hasn't made a big move yet. In the face of everything that is going on right now in the markets, gold hasn't made a big move, but it will. We are going to see an explosion in gold. I have a 3,000 target with gold. And then by the end of this decade, like, guys, put it this way. If gold started to do this, which, whatever, right? If gold did this just off the fears of what happened with Ukraine, can you imagine where gold's going to be at the end of this decade when everything literally goes to hell in a handbasket? The US falls massive debt and massive restructuring when the whole debt things happen, right? Transferring over the digital dollar. The new world order has taken place. Everything starts to get stripped down, right? That's what's going to happen at this decade. Where's gold going to be at that time, right? Because what happens to people? People run to gold, right, when they're fearful. So if this is what happened just on a little thing that's happened with Ukraine right now, we're not massive war yet, right? It's not even actually in America. But again, guys, imagine where gold's going to be. Can you imagine where gold's going to be at the end of this decade? When things really do go hell in a handbasket in America? Oh my goodness. Like, we're talking like probably 5,000, 10,000, maybe more, right? Because why? If you actually, and this is, if people like, my chiropractor said, but why is that going to happen? One, I'm looking at the market, and the market tells me that this whole move through here, this whole not much going on for almost 2 years, tells me that we're about to see a lot going on. You know what I mean, right, guys? Look at this here. Not much going on for a while, a lot going on, and so on and so forth. So this is actually the start of something major in gold. That's one of the reasons why I'm long-term invested in gold myself. Okay? But I don't know, guys. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think in this here. Right? Now, this is actually, again, guys, this is big macro stuff. Okay, this is actually the big macro stuff, and this is now my thoughts and my opinion. Again, more technicals. Go get that $7 trading course below. But here's the thing. One of the reasons why I also believe gold is going to see fundamentally, and this is actually could be wrong. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Is that through history, we go from soft money to hard money. Soft money to hard money, soft money to hard money, right? That's the transition from there. So right now we're on soft money where we're printing it and so on and so forth, and et cetera, et cetera. So I believe, yes, we're going to digital currency, but to me, digital currency is just as worthless, and they can keep printing it as much as they want to, just like with the digital dollar. It's just digits, right? There's no value behind it. We're going to go back to a value-based system with our money, with our, John, it's called currency. You Mike Maloney, currency. Right? So, to me, it just makes sense. And one of the reasons why I believe we're seeing countries buying the hell out of gold lately, or actually they have been now for a long time, is that I believe that gold, we're going to start to see a gold backing digital currency to add the value to that currency. We're going to go back to value in our money and not just, let's actually just print as much as we can. And we've been on this Ponzi scheme for the last 20 years, right? So that's, and if that's going to be the case, where's gold going to be to actually add that value? 10,000, 20,000? It's one of the reasons why, guys, I'm long-term invested in gold and have done for a while. And I'm in there right now. And it's going to be just incredible. The moves we're going to see is just going to be absolutely just ballistic. And especially when we start to break this 2,000, 2,100. Again, my short-term target based off this, like, look at this here, guys. Like, look at all this here. Look at this here. Traders, when you go find markets that do nothing for a long time like this, you show me what happens 12 months later, or at least a couple of years later with this thing here. Right? We get tremendous moves. So that's one of the reasons why I've been talking about with gold as well too. Okay, so anyway, guys, with that situation with gold, leave a comment below and let me know what you think about what I just said there. Do you believe that we all know we're going to go to a digital currency, right? We all know we're going there. No, it's not going to be Bitcoin. people click my good old Bitcoin followers. I clicking the button, right? Clicking the dislike button. Okay, so. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Is that, do you believe that, yes, we're going to digital currency, but do you believe gold is going to back it to actually add the value? Because we need to add the value. Digital currency and print and paper money is just the same thing in my eyes. I could be wrong, but let me know what you think in the chat box below. Let's actually move over now through the mining sector. The mining sector. Bit of a nothing on the GDX, but actually, it's actually really weird, right? We're just slowly going up through here. We're slowly going up. We haven't actually broken out yet. GDXJ, which is actually my baby out of all the indices. GDXJ is my baby. I say my baby. It's the one that I'm invested in. I'm not invested right now in the GDX, the SILJ, and the SIL. The silver mining stocks these ones here might be able to give me some short-term trades, but my longer-term investment, guys, where I literally have my long-term position is in the GDXJ. And the reason why is because it's the exact same analogy, right, guys? Exact same analogy. We've done nothing for a very long time. Now we're just starting to break out. So we may go sideways for another couple months. I don't know. It may start to make some big moves here. But when this thing does start to make a big move and it starts to skyrocket, this thing is going to be a springboard, right? Look at this here. Strong move up, and then we're just we're tightening the spring, we're tightening it, and then it's just going to just absolutely just woof. We're going to start to see just one incredible blow-off moves in the markets. And this is what I do see all this happening. I see all this happening together. Gold rising, GDXJ rising, the stock market rising, everything rising, and then we're going to go through another recession. But the next recession is not going to be the last one, right? Next recession, guess what? They're going to print. They're going to print like you think the biggest. You think QE was big with I think it's like 4 or 5 trillion. Leave a comment below. Let me know exactly how much was that with 2020 with the vid situation. That's going to be times 3 or 4, right? You wait to see the next recession. That's going to be times 3 or 4. So it's going to be absolutely just crazy how much they're going to print it, because they're going to print the currency to oblivion. If you think they're going to stop and they're going to taper and all this sort of crap, no. History gives it 100% that the governments always continue to print the currency into oblivion. So get ready for more QE. But I think the next one is going to be the biggest one, but it's also going to send us right into debt restructuring, so on and so forth. But that's going to be at the end of this decade, and that's where things are going to really go crazy. And then let's actually just quickly go look at the SIL here for a minute. So SIL is just continue to hold here quite nicely. We're not getting any breakout yet. So that's the SILJ and the SIL. Yeah, we're getting that rise here, aren't we? So I would actually like to see this thing. Yeah, I'd like to see things maybe even have a pullback for a couple of days and then give me a good breakaway bar. That'll give me a good short-term trade, and then my target would be 42. If I can get something like that over the next couple of days, that'd be really nice for the short-term basis. So there we go, traders. Hope you enjoyed today's market update. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you real soon.